Hi guys, Simon here, aka the Ramswriter. So just a quick show then, basically just a bit of a preview about tomorrow then. I was hoping to get a guest on, but unfortunately couldn't make it. It wasn't a Millwall fan. So Millwall tomorrow then. Well, it starts again. You know, we go again. Just come back off the back of a 3-0 win against Blackburn. Now we go to the Den. It's going to be totally different. No fans. It's just going to be a bit surreal, I think. It might take a little bit of time for players to adapt, to adjust to the sort of scenario and what it's like. But, I guess we can only see. We have no idea on team selections or anything like that, which is, normally we may be able to paint a picture of who we think is going to start. I mean, possibly we can, like I said. For me, my team then, I'd start with Roos in goal. I know a lot of you are going to say, yeah, well, he's shit and all this, but for me, it's a toss of a coin between him and Hamer. They've both had moments where they're a bit, sort of moments. And the only reason I'm going for Roos is because simply, I think, just with the training videos and the clips I've seen a lot of him and not a great deal of Ben Hamer. Plus, he's our goalkeeper anyway. And, again, playing without a crowd might be good for him, but who knows? So I know a lot of you thinking you're off your head, but no, that's just my personal opinion. It's not right, it's not wrong, it's just my opinion. So for me then, left back, I'd go Craig Forsyth. Again, another one. I just think Millwall like to whip balls in the box. We know, that's what they do. He's under Gary Rowett, they play that. They look to break on the counter. They'll play some long balls, etc. Things like that. I just think he's a bit stronger in the air than Max Lowe is. So centre-back pairing there's got to be Clark and Wisdom. Both players have been brilliant since obviously Clark started the season, then got injured, but then come back, played the last 13 games with my parents. Has been a rock. It's been phenomenal. Wisdom, the same, similar. Since he's come back in the squad, he's been playing right back. He's been playing centre-back. He's gone in and he's doing a great job. And again, another one that's strong, physical, good in the air, get the job done. Right back, Jayden Bogle. Goes about saying, really. I think he could put Wisdom there, but I know it's got to be Bogle for me. I just think he's had a bit of a hit and miss season, but I guess you can sort of expect that with him being so young. But no, just before the break, I think he'd found his form, that we saw last season, and I think for me personally, yeah, he's shown. We all know what he can do and what he's capable of. So your midfield then, it's got to be Bird and Rooney. Again, I know Rooney missed out against Blackburn due to injury. Shinnie came in a bit harsh on him because he did a great job against Blackburn, but obviously Rooney's your captain, he's your go-to guy. He's the first name on the team sheet, really. Max Bird, again, been absolute phenomenal since he's come into the squad in December, I think it was. Back end of December. Been an absolute treat to watch. Been brilliant all season that he's played. So I think that's your pair in there. Now it gets interesting. So I'd have Lawrence on the left. Now I'd have Martin up top. Now it's these last two midfield spots that I think are going to be the tough ones to pick. So, but I'm going to have to... Waggy's got to go in there. Again, he's been producing the goods from the right-hand side. Plus, he helps Bogle out defensively as well, tracking back-wise. So I think, he has to be in there. Chris Martin up front. Chris Martin was on fire before the break. Whether it was coming off the bench, whether it's starting, You look at Blackburn. You look at Sheffield Wednesday away, 2 assists, absolutely brilliantly. Everything went through him. You look at Blackburn, got brace. Again, he was phenomenal in that game as well. I'm using that word phenomenal a lot tonight, I know. So yeah, it's just this number 10 spot. Now, a lot of you have been saying Dwayne Holmes, which is fair enough. Me personally, I'm going Sibley, just because I think it's harsh for him to play like he did against Blackburn, play like he did against Man United. Then I personally think, obviously Holmes would have been injured still, had the season continued as normal. But, for me, I think Sibley's got to get in there just because of how well he was playing before the break. And it is harsh on Holmes. However, We do have 5 substitutions, which means that Holmes is then fresh to come on and make an impact. So, yes, it is very difficult to leave Holmes out, but I just think, and, like I say, Holmes has been brilliant. Again, another player that's, he's I think he had a bit of a slow start. Obviously he injured at the start of the season. His thigh, I think it was. Took his time to get going, then did get going, and he was another level, different class, absolutely amazing. But then he obviously got another knock against Huddersfield, and then since we've had different players come in, and Sibley's come in, he's done a brilliant job there. So it is again, that one, like I said about Heyman Roos, a toss of a coin because of how they've been, how shaky they've been. Between Sibley and Holmes is a toss of a coin because they've both been brilliant since coming. Obviously Sibley's in a couple of games, but Holmes has had obviously quite a lot. So it's a very tough call, that one is. So that would be my starting 11. Now, obviously, the thing is, that is basically going on, I guess, form this season. But I guess everyone's got a clean slate, if you like, because of the break. They would have, they're off for 3 months, give or take. And it could be a weird selection just because of how they've come back after the break, fitness-wise, how they've been performing in training. There's been a lot of, quite a bit said across social media about Florian Jozefzoon, who last season we saw, had some good games, good spells. This season, he's been, very hit and miss. He's just not found it. But again, playing in an empty stadium, no fans on his back, it could suit him down to the ground. So, I wouldn't be shocked if we saw Florian Jozefzoon start tomorrow. Personally, I wouldn't be shocked. I'm not saying he should start, but what I'm saying is I wouldn't be shocked if he did, because this is it's almost like a new mini season, I guess. So that'd be my team for tomorrow. Again, it's difficult to try and predict a score. How'd you call it? Playing in a different environment with no fans, you're going to be hearing everything the managers are saying, coaches are saying, things like that. It's just going to be. I've watched a couple of the Premier League games over the last couple of days, and obviously we've got crowd noises and stuff, and yeah, it's a bit weird, especially in the game tonight with Southampton Norwich. All the goals, the guy who was obviously pressing the button to make the crowd noises when Southampton scored, they're their away side. It took a few seconds for him to press that button for him to cheer. What's he doing? Having a brew? So I don't know how it's going to play out. My heart says, yeah, Derby are going to win 1 or 2-0. My head says it's probably going to be a 0-0 draw. But again, I know if you listen to my podcast, I've gone on about playoffs, etc. Even on Twitter, I put a poll out the other day that said that. Yeah, what did I put? Oh, where will we finish? Playoffs or 7th to 15th, I think, or 15th below. And the majority, I think it was about 70% of you said that we wouldn't make playoffs, we would finish in that mid-table sort of section. And I guess, on reflection on the season, that would be, I guess, a fair spot because of, we're very inconsistent, poor at times. We've been fighting down the bottom of the table, bottom 3, bottom 4, 5, 6 of the table, which we've not seen Derby there in a long, long time. But again, it's a fresh start now. Win tomorrow. I think we've got to play a little bit of time because, we've got obviously next 4, is it? Obviously Millwall tomorrow, Reading, Preston and Forest. If you get 3 wins out of them 4, then you can also go. And obviously, you can be looking and go. We're in touching distance. Then you've got the hard bits, the likes of West Broms, Brentfords, Leeds, and Birmingham. So Birmingham should get a win there, but sorry, we've got Cardiff in there as well. I missed that game out. I've got a couple more. I've lost count now. It's been a long night. It's been a long day. But there's winnable games. But basically, we're playing teams all around us, essentially. A lot of the teams all around us who are above us, who are fighting for that top six spot as well. We can mess up someone's dreams without getting anything ourselves. But again, I think, I know I've harped on about playoffs and getting it. That's my heart talking. My heart all the way says, we can do this. We can get playoffs. My head, when I think about it, we are probably going to sit mid-table. But again, you can see the positives from the season if that is the case. You can see the fact that we've brought the likes of Max Bird, Jason Knight, Lewis Sibley all coming into the starting lineup. So I'll be happy with that. But again, it's going to be totally different, experience-wise. Those teams that rely on their fans to get them going, like the likes of your Millwall, even for us, at home, we lost one game or two games, one league game and one cup game at home this season. Pride Park has been a fortress, and a lot of that has been down to the fans. Yeah, we do give them a tough time if they mess up, but we do get with them and get behind them and push them and get them results. Even when we were going through it, we couldn't pick up an away win, but we were still winning at home, picking up points at home. The fact our home form was so good was the reason why we aren't looking at the bottom three and looking down at League One, because at home we were untouchable almost. So, don't know what tomorrow is going to bring. Don't know what it's going to bring at all. It's just going to be brand new experience for everyone, fans, players, coaches, but hopefully we can all watch together, all chat amongst ourselves on social media. I'm still waiting to be honest. When the team sheet comes out tomorrow and we've got the likes of Bruce and Joseph started, I cannot wait for the uproar that's going to happen, because that's what we do, and that's what fans do. That's what we're there for, and that's why football is nothing without fans. We know that, the players know that, but there's nothing we can do at the moment. All we can do, is be thankful that we are finishing the season. I was a null and voider at the start of it. I'm not going to, I thought that's what was going to happen because of the ginormity of this pandemic. But obviously, it's so sad for those people that have lost their lives, and football's a tiny thing in this, but people have lost loved ones and things like that. And we can sort of, I guess, look now and go, at least now we are starting to get this pandemic under control, very gradually getting back to some sort of normality. And football's just one of them things, and hopefully come next season, whenever that may start, I believe in about 6 to 8 weeks, they're hoping, we can start going back and getting back to Pride Park and cheering on the Rams, whatever league we may be in, albeit I reckon I do think I'm saying now it'll probably be the Championship. Tomorrow, if we win tomorrow, when I do my podcast tomorrow night with Richard Cusack from the Derby and Telegraph, so tune into that one. I'll be saying playoffs again, because I talk with my heart. Probably a bit more than I should, but I do. But yeah, so score prediction then. I am going 1-0 to the Rams. We owe one for Gary Rowett, because he beat us when we played. He beat us last time with Stoke last season, and he's beaten us with Millwall this season. So if anything else, we owe one on Gary Rowett. We know how he's going to play. He doesn't play pretty football, attractive football. He doesn't play that sort of style. We do. And we've seen in the last few games before the break how we can play and how good that we can be. Because the performances against Sheffield Wednesday, the performance against Blackburn, on another level. And even Koku said in his press conference, that is near enough what we've been trying to achieve all season. And I guess, like he said in his press conference, he said, playoffs is our goal, but maintaining the performance levels that we did before the break, that is also important. And I agree with him, because it's pointless going back out there all of a sudden it being like it was back in September, October, just absolute shit. So I agree with him on there. But yeah, so anyway, that's my little review done. Like I said, I'd planned to get a Millwall fan on, but unfortunately he was at work late, so he couldn't come on. But never mind, you can listen to me as usual. So anyway, that's me done. Anyway, like I said, tomorrow night, so Saturday night, I'll be recording a podcast with Richard Cusack from the Derby Evening Telegraph. Basically review the game, talk about any points, so we'll obviously talk about the atmosphere, things like that. Hopefully it's all good results that we're talking about. Obviously, like I said, like I tweeted out, I'll do it again tomorrow just after the game. Get your questions, your comments in, and we'll answer them on the podcast tomorrow night. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching. Hoping for a win tomorrow. Fingers crossed. Season starts again. Football is back, baby. I'll see you next time. Come on, Derby.